Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of What My Baby Eats in a Day. And if you're new, my name is Abie Kamara. Thank you so much for joining me. I have a 9-month-old baby boy named Kai, as you see in the video. And this is a series I'll be doing for a while, just documenting what he eats in a day. So moving into breakfast, he usually has breakfast around 8:30 a.m. Today he is having some blueberries. He loves blueberries. He will eat as many as I give him. And he is having his Yo Baby yogurt. He's trying a new flavor today, pear, and he loves that yogurt as well. And today he will be having hard-boiled eggs for the first time, and I'm actually only giving him the yolk. He hasn't had any egg whites yet, so I'll save that for later. So as you can see, he's eating the blueberries there. He is very, very independent when it comes to feeding himself, and he loves blueberries. Next, he is trying the egg yolk, and like I said, this is the first time he is trying it, and so far, it seems like he's not too sure about if he likes it or not, but he does love those blueberries, so he's going back for those. I think he did pretty good with the egg yolk. And excuse my raspy voice, I'm dealing with a cold right now. And one thing I've noticed with him is he does eat with his left hand and also his right hand. I'm not sure if it seems like he's more dominant right-handed, but I noticed that he does eat a lot with his left hand. Does your baby eat with his or her left hand or right hand? Or do you eat with your left hand or right hand? Let me know in the comments below. And I like to think that's him there telling me that he has had enough to eat, that he's all done. So now I'm moving into the yogurt, and I will spoon feed the yogurt to him. So now moving into lunchtime, he usually has around 12 p.m. And today he is having some mangoes that I'll slice up for him, and he will be having avocado on toast. Toast is a great thing to give to your baby. You can spread anything on there. You can spread peanut butter, but one thing to be careful of is to make sure you get bread that is low in sodium. And this was very hard to find. Most bread, even the organic or all the specialty breads, they have a lot of sodium. And what I've read is that babies should have less than 200 milligrams of sodium per day, and a lot of the breads that I found had actually about 200 milligrams, or maybe a little less per slice. So this bread that I found specifically has 75 milligrams per slice. So this bread here is just another option if you don't want to get the specialty bread that I showed you previously. This one has 150 milligrams, and that is per 2 slices. I didn't use it for Kai because it does say that it's made with real honey, and I know he's not supposed to have honey until after he's 1, so I just decided to not go with that. He also will be having some mozzarella cheese that I'll shred up for him today. And I usually just shred I count to 10, and that's how I measure it. I don't actually weigh it. And then I'm spreading the avocado on the toast. I do put the bread in the toaster first, just to have it warm and to make it a little bit firmer so it's easier for him to pick up. And today I decided to spread the avocado with a spoon, but you're welcome to spread it with a knife or anything you'd like to use. And I'm slicing the mango into small pieces that are easy for him to pick up, but still just to make sure that it's not a choking hazard. He is able to chew things, but he really only has 2 teeth, so I just want to make sure it is at a good size where if he were to just swallow it, there won't be any issues. So this is what his lunch looks like. I did slice up the toast into smaller pieces for him, and everything else I just left as is. As you can see, he is patiently waiting for his lunch, so I'll go ahead and give it to him. So I usually try to start with the fruit. I just want to make sure that he eats that first, and usually he does like fruit, so it's not a problem, but I just start with the fruit. It's just the way I like to do it. Now I am giving him the avocado toast, and he loved that as well. He does love mangoes also. And he loves this cheese, so I wait to give that to him at the end. And I just spread it around just so he doesn't pick it up in clumps and try and eat too much of it at once. And with every meal, I like to give him some water just so he can stay hydrated. And that's when I can usually tell that he is getting full and that he is almost done with his meal. So moving into dinner, and typically he has dinner around 6 p.m. and total mom Phil here. I was planning on giving him chickpeas, so I should have soaked these overnight, but I didn't, so I tried to soak them right after lunch. So that gave me a few hours of them being soaked, and honestly, they did not come out soft enough once I did cook them, so I didn't end up feeding it to him. But for the sake of the video, I'll go and show you the process of what I went through. But so you know, now you can learn from my mistakes just as I did. You want to soak it overnight before you boil it, just so you can have it soft enough for your baby to chew. And with that, he is having spinach and apples. I'm going to slice up the apples and chop up the spinach into small pieces. I am going to cook down the apples just so it's soft enough for him to chew. So I'm putting water on the pan there, and this will be to put the apples, or the apple slices, I should say. And I will also cook the spinach in the same pot. Now, the spinach is going to turn the apples a little bit green, but that's okay. And I had to do a little taste test there, and everything's good. After a while, I do go ahead and flip the apples and add more water if needed, the apple slices. And meanwhile, I am going to chop up the spinach so I can go ahead and put that in the same pan to cook. I'm going to go ahead and cover that up and let it steam for a little while. And that's what it looks like once it's done. And as you can see, the garbanzo beans or chickpeas are still boiling, but they are not soft enough, so I'm just going to leave them there for a while. And in the end, I fed him the apples. I sliced the apples even to smaller pieces for him, and I ended up feeding him the spinach as well, but I did not give him the chickpeas. And he's happy there. So I did try to spoon feed him some pear instead, since I did not give him the chickpeas, but he didn't want me to spoon feed him, or maybe he just didn't want the pear. Also, he just didn't really seem to want to eat dinner that night, and that is why this is baby-led weaning. I just kind of follow his lead. If he does not want to eat the dinner, then I just go ahead and breastfeed him. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did like the video and if you want to see more videos like this. And also don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.